Okay, I've only ever been drunk once. Unfortunately, it was for 25 years. Ha ha ha! Oh, I scared the dog. You okay? Brothers, sisters, comrades and friends, welcome to Bad Country. Today, we're doing another reaction vid. An alcoholic reacts. I, an alcoholic, react to a video of somebody else displaying symptoms of alcoholism. If you follow the channel closely, you might be aware that I have mixed feelings about this kind of content. I've never been sure if it's exploitative or it's insightful or whether it hurts the people involved or whether it might eventually help. Until I come to a decision about how I feel about them, I'm going to continue doing them. But for today, a real juicy morsel came across my desk, and I can't say no. So this is a video of an off-duty ICE agent being pulled over by the cops, and he's very obviously drunk and very obviously a piece of garbage, like a bad person. However, that said, I have to be honest. Look, I'll tell you up front how I feel about this. I've only seen a few minutes and then I skipped through and then I'm going to react live to the entire thing. I caught him saying that he was a veteran. And that kind of and also there are kids involved in the back seat. And it's also an ongoing case. This hasn't been resolved yet. So I need to be careful not to be too cruel. And also, I need to watch my words because it's ongoing. Okay, with all of that said, let's get on with the show. Okay, so I stole this video from a channel called Crime Piece, and if you want to see the full uncut version, go there. I'll leave a link in the description. What you're about to see is a kind of abridged version with some long, quiet bits cut out. I've only watched a couple of minutes of this, and that was enough to let me know that I wanted to talk about it. Stopped everything else I was doing. But the rest I haven't seen. We're going to be watching it together kind of fresh. So, if you're sitting comfortably, let's begin. 3, 2, 1...
Hello. Can you roll down the back windows for me too? Sorry, you got real dark too. Hello. So Scott, where are you coming from?
Miami down here to Isla Mirada and then back.
So you're coming from Miami to Isla Mirada and then you're going back to Miami?
Yeah, I live in Miami.
Okay. Well, do you know where you are right now?
Yeah.
Where are you?
We got the overpass over here, 18-mile stretch, overseas highway.
Okay. Where did you do today? Where'd you go? Did you go fishing? Did you go to a restaurant?
Okay, first things first. When he was asked, "Where are you?" there was a very long pause. And I've been in that situation that I've been asked by the police, "Do you know where you are?" And immediately say yes. So your first instinct is always to lie to the police when you've been drinking for some stupid reason. And in this particular case that I'm remembering, I'd been pulled out of a hotel that I was refusing to leave because I was hammered. I'd been there, overstayed what I booked and then rebooked and then just stopped going down to reception for a couple of days. And the police were called to get me out. And as they were loading, I had to go into an ambulance because I'd had a head injury. And as they were loading me in the back of an ambulance, the police officer, she asked me, "Do you know where you are?" And I said, "Yeah, of course." And she said, "Where are you?" And I said, "I'm in Newport in Wales." And I was in fact in Plymouth in England. So I had lied, tried to brag my way out of it, but was unknown to me in a completely different country. So I don't know why we have these bad habits as alcoholics, but we do.
Well, you're about 100 miles off of where you think you are.
No, I'm not.
You are.
Who's the guy in the white shirt?
I was just looking at that too. So he just asked, who's the guy in the white shirt? This guy here. the police are sneaky, right? Nothing is spontaneous with the police. There is a strategy for everything. And the fact that this suspiciously smart-looking man has appeared in the background gets my attention too. I imagine that he's like a senior officer. And if you're pulled over on a DUI stop and there's already a guy in a shirt and tie there, then they had a plan before they stopped you. They know that you might be a problem. So let's find out.
That's the colonel.
Colonel, don't mean shit to me.
Okay, well.
Look, I'm federal.
Okay.
I'm trying to get home. I got.
Okay. So the guy in the tie is a colonel. And what this pleasant young man has just said is, your colonel doesn't mean shit to me. I'm federal. And that's very revealing. So he's essentially trying to bully them, like he's trying to assert his own authority, or implying that the local police here, the local sheriff's office, or whoever these are that have stopped him, they have no authority over him. He's gonna be a problem, this guy. Yeah, let's continue.
My boy's with me.
Who do you work for?
DHS.
Do you have your ID with you?
No, I don't.
Okay. But if I call...
An ICE agent without his papers. I'm afraid that's going to be a problem, my friend. Can you step out of the car?
Called them, they'd verify that you're a
100%,
department...
bro.
Okay. You don't have any type of credentials or anything that say you're DHS?
Not on me, no.
Okay. All right.
I only bring my weapon with me if I'm.
Okay. But you don't have any weapons on you right now?
No, I don't.
Okay. So what I want to do, I want to talk to you away from the kids. So I'm going to ask you to step out of the car and we're going to walk back to the back of your car, okay?
Are you fucking serious right now?
Yes, sir, I am.
Boys.
It's okay. We're just going to walk back to the back of the truck and we'll have a conversation, okay?
Yeah, well,
Just a point of note. That officer in green there, he's wearing a Casio G-Shock, I think. And I will always point them out in every video I do. Here's mine. I love this thing. I just thought I'd point that out.
Okay.
They're just doing their job. I want to go home too, but law enforcement is doing their job.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. So can you just walk like right over here?
Guys,
Come over here. Can you just come over here for me? Okay. So you said you're coming from Miami, going to Isla Mirada, and going back to Miami. What are you going to Isla Mirada for?
Guys, seriously, are we really doing this right now?
Okay, so he was quite wobbly when he walked out of the truck, and he's slurring very badly there. And his only defense so far seems to be, seriously, guys, are we doing this? And his body language is very arrogant, isn't it? This is like cop body language. Law enforcement body language. That seriously, guys, is really indicative. In fact, why not? I'm just going to be blunt. It's fucking gross. That's like law enforcement trying to get favors from other law enforcement. They never do this when they're sober. It's only in DUIs when they try to pull this card. And I watch a lot of these. There's always drunk cops being pulled out of cars, and they're always like, seriously, bro, are we going to do this? Seriously? And that's the extent of their defense. It's never like, I'm really sorry, I may be over the limit, or I had to drive in an emergency, there was no one else to take care, I recognize that I've done something wrong. It's like, seriously, guys? And it's just despicable behavior. It's really indicative. Also, he's a big guy. The back of a Silverado is pretty high. And I can tell from the angle of the body cam looking up at him, he's quite an imposing character. So, yeah, let's continue.
I'm just asking you a question. You said you're going to Isla Mirada. What are you going to Isla Mirada for?
Lane,
Yeah.
are we really doing this right now?
Sir, I'm just asking you a simple question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But you said you're going to Isla Mirada, so I'm just asking what you're going for.
Guys,
Zach, how much have you had to drink today?
about 4.
For what?
4 drinks.
Like water?
How much have you had to drink today? 4. 4 what? 4 drinks. Credit where it's due. That is the funniest answer to that question I've ever heard.
Okay. How about this, Scott? So again, I think that you might be impaired. You look, your eyes are bloodshot. They're kind of glassy.
Are they really?
Yes, sir. They are.
Show me.
I don't.
Show me my eyes. What a strange thing to say. This exchange is quite fun, really, isn't it? How many drinks have you had? 4. 4 what? Drinks. And then show me my eyes. Your eyes are glassy. Show me. And at this point, we should stop for the mandatory Patreon plug. If you are enjoying Bat Country, do subscribe here. But if you want to be actively involved, if you want to guide the content and have an open channel with me to talk about sobriety stuff, then head over to the Patreon, which is a fast-growing community of very welcoming and supportive sober people. The link to that is in the description, and we would love to have you. Back to the video.
I don't know how you want me to do that.
Take a picture.
Okay, we could do that in a minute. But the other reason why I think you're impaired is just the way you're walking. You're kind of stumbling a little bit.
I'm not walking anywhere.
Okay. And then also the way that you were seen driving, you're like kind of swerving and stuff. And then the colonel tried.
That brings me to a point. This is a very strange place to be pulled over, isn't it? Like, I'm not exactly sure on the regulations for pulling people over in the US. But it does seem strange that they would have pulled him over on this, what is it called, the Overseas Bridge or something? It seems like maybe it's not. I might be wrong about this. Someone correct me in the comments. But doesn't it make more sense that they saw him swerving before he got on the bridge? And if that's the case, that means that he chose to stop here. So he would have seen the lights, chose to continue onto the bridge and then stop, which is a very stupid decision, because what he's trying to do there, I think, if I'm putting myself in this guy's mind, which I'm obviously reluctant to do, I'm terrified to think what's in there. But if I'm right about this guy, he's an ICE agent, got the slight bearing of former military. I think he's probably thinking strategically here, in as much as if he's on the bridge, more patrol cars can't come from the opposite direction to block him in. It's a defensive tactic, and it's deliberate, and it is a crazy thing to do when you have 2 kids in the car. Any reasonable person would have stopped before they got on the bridge. Or no, excuse me, any reasonable person would never have got in the car with 2 kids in the condition that he's clearly in. But if that step has already been made, then look, this is an example of him trying to control the situation, because now it's easy for him to jump in the car and keep going. And that really might be on his mind at this stage. He might be thinking about fleeing, or it might have crossed his mind. Whatever, this is a tactical decision to stop on the bridge rather than before. And that speaks to a kind of gross character, a despicable decision when you have kids in the car. Okay, let's continue. Oops.
Pull you over and you didn't immediately stop. You stopped here on the bridge. He tried to stop you at a safer spot a little bit back there.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. We're doing this. Okay.
Okay. So again, I believe that you may be impaired by alcohol and or some type of chemical substance which may inhibit your ability to operate a motor vehicle safely. So I'm going to ask that you voluntarily participate in standardized field sobriety exercises to dispel my belief you may be impaired. Are you willing to do those exercises?
Yeah.
You'll do them?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'll have you do, you can just sit on the bumper of your car right there. You're a little bit taller. I just need to look at your eyes.
Guys, look. I'm SFST certified.
Okay, so am I. I'm a drug recognition expert.
He's an expert at recognizing drugs. That's meth. 1 point. That's cocaine. This guy just said he's SFSD certified, a standardized field sobriety test certified. So he's claiming that he has the necessary qualifications to conduct the test. What the irony of saying that immediately before you so obviously fail one is extremely funny.
You know what that is? Okay. Anyway, so what I'm gonna have you do, if you can, uncross your feet and just put them like side by side. Perfect. And then your arms, if you could, just try to put them down by your side like that. Okay. So what I'm gonna have you do is just keep your head straight, and you're just gonna keep your head like aimed straight at me, basically. And then I'm gonna look at your eyes. Okay? You understand?
Yep.
Are you diabetic?
No.
Are you epileptic?
No.
Okay. Do you have any brain injuries?
I'm a disabled veteran.
Okay. Have you ever had a traumatic brain injury?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Does it affect your ability to operate a vehicle?
Guys, come on.
Okay. Well, I'm just asking what your brain injury is. Does it affect you in your everyday life? Do you know what nystagmus is?
Onset of nystagmus, yes.
Okay. But do you know?
Okay, so a lot to unpack there. We're going to come back to the brain injury thing and the vet status in a moment. I'll find an opportunity to talk about that. Nystagmus, if you're unfamiliar, is kind of like uncontrolled eye movements, particularly at the extremes of your vision, of your movement of your eyes. And the reason why the officer is asking about that is to clarify if he has any underlying conditions that might cause uncontrolled movements of his eyes. The things that most commonly cause nystagmus are brain injury, and certain medications can cause it, and alcohol, and some other drugs as well. Interestingly, I had it myself after my brain injury. It went away pretty quickly, but after a TBI, I had nystagmus myself. It went away pretty quickly. I still have anisocoria, which is one pupil is bigger than the other as a result of my head injury. But the officer has to ask that to rule out any underlying causes. We're going to come back to this guy's head injury if we get an opportunity in a moment.
What nystagmus is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you have nystagmus?
Guys, are we really doing this?
Okay. Do you have any medical issues that I need to know about? Are you on blood thinners, painkillers?
Lane,
Yep.
talk to me.
I'm talking to you right now.
Don't do this.
I'm just talking to you, man. It's all right. It's all right.
Okay.
Take a deep breath.
No,
This is all very revealing. So he's picked up on the officer's name, Lane, and keeps repeating it over and over again as if to try to establish rapport with this officer, some kind of kinship. And the officer is clearly not interested in that. But what he just said there, quite sadly, I'm just trying to get home, is very profound. So let's be serious for a minute, okay? Look, I have no love for this guy. I don't like him. I think he's a terrible person. And I certainly have no love for ICE, the agency. And I think a lot of you watching this, especially those of you who know that I'm kind of a bit of a snowflakey, woke liberal type, might be expecting me to jump down this guy's throat at every opportunity because of his work and because he's drunk driving with kids in the car. And of course, all of the scorn that's been poured on this guy is deserved. And the fact that he is undoubtedly going to lose so much as a result of this video being on YouTube. Not my video, I mean this body cam footage. It was released by the sheriff's department. Is probably going to upend his life, hopefully for better in the long run. But I know a lot of you are expecting a teardown of this guy. But really, I want to talk about why guys like this are like this. Because this problem is bigger than this one guy. What we're looking at here is a structural problem, a systemic problem. It's way beyond one ICE agent driving drunk. It speaks to, look, I've got no reason not to take him at his word that he is a former veteran with potentially a TBI, a brain injury. I've got no reason to disbelieve that. So let's take him at his word on that. There is a reason why guys like this are like this, and why this kind of person turns up in these DUI videos so often. And also why agencies like ICE and sheriff's offices attract people like this. It's because the pathway out of the military in the US is no good. You get very limited support. It's worse in other places. At least in the US, you have the VA and maybe, if you're lucky, a little bit of life skill training, just a tiny bit before you leave. No country does this very well, but in the US, it's particularly bad, where after, like, if you go into the military, like if you go into the Marines when you're 17, it might not be a choice for you, or at least it might be the only choice. Perhaps you have maybe a criminal record already, or no college education, so your options are kind of limited. And if, like this guy, which, if he's telling the truth, I think has been medically discharged, and also he doesn't have the bearing of an officer, which means that his whole time was as an enlisted man and didn't climb the ranks particularly well. He emerges on the other side of his service having to start over. And it's more than a job. When you give up your role in the military, you give up your whole identity. And there is a very legitimate connection, first of all, between rates of alcoholism and military service. And then the rates of people who drink, who become alcoholics after a TBI, much higher than the general population. It's true of me. I believe that my own TBI accelerated my alcoholism because a TBI can influence your judgment. It can influence your recklessness, your self-control, your self-restraint. And when you're in the military, it not only does it become your identity, which is impossible or very, very hard to re-find once you've left. It also instills in you a love of hierarchy and of command. When people emerge from the military, especially men who enlisted young, it's not just that they don't have the life skills to rebuild a successful life beyond the military. It's also that they don't have the personal skills, the emotional skills to deal with negativity. For example, because US culture valorizes toughness and a lack of empathy, a lack of pity, it also ostracizes vulnerability. It's true of cop culture, it's true of ICE culture, it's true of military culture, where seeking help for emotional support is ostracized. Issues of depression and dealing with trauma, because you come from this military kind of context of pushing that stuff aside and admitting that you're feeling bad about something is a sign of weakness. You take that into the real world, and the only skills that you have are skills related to routine and to sticking to rules and regulations, and you're probably familiar with firearms and with authority. So the pathways available to you, you're not going to, become a world-famous chef when you leave the military. The only things that become available to you are local sheriff's offices and things like ICE. And ice is the preferable option, especially for someone not of officer rank, because it requires much less training. And while all of that is going on, guys like this, their lives are just falling apart around them. Relationships are breaking up. Their relationship with their children is strained. And the only salve that they have really is alcohol. Alcohol and violence. And you compound all of that with things like a traumatic brain injury, which is going to affect your behavior. And you end up with Scott here and thousands of other people exactly like him. Now, all of that said, I'm not trying to make you feel sympathy for Scott. Like, ICE is the Gestapo. It is the brown shirts of Nazi Germany. It is a uniform, and it is oppression disguised as legality. And whatever your politics are, whether you think that they're defending the borders for the great nation of America, or whether you think they are a criminal organization or a paramilitary organization, you have to acknowledge that problems like Scott are systemic. It's not one bad apple. It's not even that ICE is full of bad apples. It's that the entire structure both produces and attracts people like Scott. That was a rant. Let's continue.
If you haven't drank too much to not be able to operate a vehicle safely, then
Lane.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. We are both law enforcement. I'm going through a divorce. Don't take my
There it
kids,
is.
Man.
I'm not taking your kids.
There it is. So he is going through a divorce. His life really is falling apart. And it's so easy to say it's all his own fault. And it is. But he is also the product of a pretty inhuman system.
For me, man. I'm just making sure that you're safe to drive the car. Okay? Do you have any other medical issues that I need to know about?
I don't know.
Just any medical issues that might...
Had shit blow up around me. I've been shot at.
Okay. It's alright, man. Take a deep breath.
Don't tell my kids.
I'm not. You're alright. Take a deep breath. You're okay.
The irony of the ICE agent here, worried about being separated from his kids.
I've been shot at. People have tried to kill me. I just want to go home, guys. Come on, man.
I got you, man.
Come on. We know what's up. We've been down this road before.
Problem is that we're at this point right now.
I understand that.
And you know that I have to do what I have to do.
I understand that, but my boys are everything.
Okay. Where's their mom at?
I don't fucking know.
Do they have anyone down here that would be able to take care of them? I'm not saying you're going with me, man, but you're...
The way he said, I don't fucking know, with regards to his... in the process of divorcing his wife. Look, this guy looks like a wall puncher, doesn't he? I imagine there are holes in the drywall in his house, if you know what I mean.
all worried about this stuff. I'm just trying to figure out, if there's someone else around here that, maybe they could come drive the car if you think maybe you drank too much to drive.
Guys, no.
No?
They're my everything.
Okay. So no medical problems that are going to affect
Your kids are your everything, but you will still put them in a 3-ton truck and then drive them around fucking hammered? Alcoholism is a selfish condition. It really is. It's only when there are consequences that we say things like, my kids are everything. Because they're not everything. The alcohol is everything.
ability to follow my finger.
Nope.
Okay, so again, what I'm going to have you do is just keep your head straight, and I'm just going to have you follow the tip of my finger with your eyes, and I'm just going to go side to side, and then I'm going to go up and down, and I'm going to do a circle around your head.
Do it.
And I'm going to tell you what I'm doing before I do it, okay? I'm not going to touch you or anything, but again, I just want you to follow my finger with your eyes and don't move your head. Do you understand?
Yep.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
So what he's looking for is that nystagmus, that involuntary eye movement at the extremes of the range of motion.
Okay.
His head.
Can you just like make your
I was just about to say, his head has started to lean over in the process of doing that.
head straight? You're kind of leaning your head to the side a little bit. There you go. So what I'm going to do now is vertical, so I'm just going to go up and down, okay? Ready? Same thing. Just follow with your eyes. Don't move your head. Ready? Okay. And now I'm going to do just 2 small circles around your head. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm going to go like this around your head, and then I'm going to bring it in between your eyes to your nose, but I'm not going to touch you, okay? So don't flinch or anything. I'm not going to touch you, okay? All right, ready?
This is wild, man. I watch a lot of these videos, and every time they say they're going to do the standardized field sobriety test, I've never seen 2 alike. So what is the standard? It doesn't make any sense to me. This is nonsense. Like, standard field, the sobriety test is just to gather evidence. They have already made that. There is no way that Scott here is getting back in his truck. The moment they pulled him out, the moment he stepped out of the truck, there's no way he's getting back in at the wheel. All of this is just gathering evidence. I find it so humiliating. I hate it. It's like the lie detector test. Some jurisdictions might make you take a lie detector. That's inadmissible in court. They can't use it as evidence. There is no way you can use the results of a lie detector because it's not scientific. The same is true of sobriety tests. They're not scientific. Let me know. I'll tell you what, that's an overgeneralization. If you've undergone a standardized sobriety field test and been released at the road, do let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear your experience of it. What is this?
All right, one more time.
Absolute bullshit.
Ready? Okay. So the next thing I'm going to have you do is the walk and turn. We'll probably do it right here. I don't know how easy this would be for you to do in flip-flops or if it'd be easier in your...
Lane, I just want to get my kids home.
I got you, man.
Come on, dude.
I'll tell you a true story. I went through
That feels so gross coming out of an ICE agent's mouth, doesn't it? I just want to get my kids home. They mean everything to me. I bet he's heard that 1,000 times. You know what I mean? And he didn't care.
same thing 2 years ago.
You divorced?
No.
I am.
This.
I'm going through a divorce right now.
Look, man, you drank too much to drive a car.
No, I haven't.
You did. Okay?
Let me get my kids home.
You can't drive a car right now, man. Based on what I'm seeing so far, unless, if you do good on this, maybe I'm wrong. Okay? That's why we're doing these, so that you can dispel my belief that you're impaired. Okay? Because
A cop is clearly lying to him. In the comments of the original video that I stole this one from, on that channel, there's a lot of people in the comments really showing a lot of love for this cop and saying he was very patient and respectful. Is it respectful to lie to somebody? Because that's what this cop is doing. I don't have any love for either of these two, frankly. I think they're mirrors of each other. As much as you might be thinking this cop is showing great patience and respect and restraint, I disagree, because his training is to lie to this man, is to say, look, the cop said you've had too much to drink to drive this car, and yet he's still making him do this humiliating fucking dance routine on the side of the road. I don't think that is respectful. I think that this is a disgusting situation from start to finish. I'm getting angry.
Okay. So the next thing we'll do is the the walk and turn. Okay. So what I'm gonna have you do is just put your left foot on this line right here. Here, if you can, just step forward. I don't want you to be touching the truck at all. Just a little bit forward, just so you're not next to the truck. There you go. And now you're gonna put your right foot in front of your left foot, touching heel to toe. Your right foot in front of your left foot, touching heel to toe. Perfect. All right. And if you can, put your arms back down by your side. Harkins, try to stand there just in case. All right. So again, just put your right foot back in front, and then your arms straight down by your side.
He's actually more drunk than I thought he was. Because I knew he was hammered. But his inability to stand in that position without supporting himself by the truck, he really is really hammered. He's a lot more drunk. Whatever those 4 drinks that he had, they must have been very strong.
There you go. Now just stay like that. If you have to put your hand up, just put it right back down, okay? Okay, so just stay like that. Don't do anything else until I tell you to. Do you understand?
Yep.
Okay, so if you can, just try to get back into that position.
Well, I want to know the directions.
Well, that part of the directions is that you're supposed to be standing like that while I give the directions. That's okay. All right. So the position that you're supposed to be in right now is like this. Left foot on the line, right foot in front, touching heel to toe. What I'm going to have you do in just a second is I'm going to have you take 9 heel to toe steps down the line. I'm going to have you touch every time, heel to toe, heel to toe. So heel to toe, heel to toe. You're going to keep your feet on the line. Okay? If you stop walking or if you step off the line for any reason, I want you to just put your foot back on the line and keep walking. And I want you to count your steps out loud. Do you understand so far?
Yep.
So
I just realized that I phased out. I zoned out in the middle of those instructions. I didn't even get it.
again, just to recap where we're at right now, your left foot is on the line with your right foot in front, your arms straight down by your side. You're going to take 9 heel to toe steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Once you get to that 9th step, you're going to keep the front foot on the line, and then you're going to use your back foot to take a series of small steps to turn around, and then you're going to take 9.
What the fuck are you talking about? It's like a K-pop dance choreography. What? I don't understand the instructions, and I am a sober person.
Heel to toe steps back down the line. Do you understand so far?
Yep.
Okay, could you get back in the starting position for me, please? Just left foot on the line and right foot in front.
Oh, I got you, Lane.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
Reality is starting to settle in for this guy that he's not going to walk away from this situation. A little bit of alcoholic insight here. Speculation again. This guy looks drunk. He looks hammered, obviously, but he doesn't look like he's been drinking for days. There's a certain look that people have when they've been drinking on drinking, right? So if you've been drunk for a series of days, your face is really flushed and puffy and your eyes are kind of swollen, very bloodshot, and you're kind of dizzy and shaky and weak. And while this guy is certainly unsteady on his feet and slurring his words terribly and unable to form a cogent sentence, he doesn't show, at least in my opinion, he doesn't show days of drinking like I would expect from a chronic alcoholic. I expect, like, look, this is not a one-off. I imagine this guy drives drunk regularly, but he may have had maybe he had a period of not sobriety, but like abstinence before he collected the kids. Point is, he is extremely drunk, but he doesn't look drunk on drunk.
Would you like to try the one leg stand instead?
What an insulting question. This, you know what, America, if America, if you're watching, get rid of this bullshit, all right? It's just disgusting and pointless and meaningless and manipulative and embarrassing and humiliating. And it gives fodder for videos like this, which are already vaguely exploitative. This is just... I hate this stuff.
Fairness in all this.
My wife is trying to take my kids.
I can't imagine why. His wife has already won that custody battle after this, right? Don't mean to kick a man while he's down, but fuck this guy. He's banging on about how much he loves his kids, but he will load them into that truck and then drive them across that bridge, that long-ass journey, while completely off his face. I mean, this is a gift to his ex-wife. I can just feel the kind of anger and resentment coming off this guy. I bet he blames her. I bet he thinks it's her fault, that she's the bitch who did this to him, rather than the self-awareness. Look, I hope this guy gets sober. I really do, and turns his life around, manages to rebuild things for himself. To an extent, he's going to have to do a lot of penance just for being a fucking ICE agent. But in general, for the sake of the kids, I hope that he turns his life around. External forces can produce alcoholics like Scott. But it's our responsibility to make sure that our condition, to mitigate the consequences. It's up to us to do that. It's only up to us. Only we can do it. It's only us. And this guy, I've got no doubt, blames his ex-wife. Even for this situation, he'll probably find a way to make it her fault. But her lawyer is having a field day with this.
Okay, man. It's either a yes or a no.
Just give me a minute, all right, deputy?
I did give you a minute, sir, but we can't stand here for this long. Okay?
Lane.
Yes, sir.
I'm federal law enforcement. I'm going through a divorce. My bitch-ass wife is trying to take my kids. I'm just...
There we have it. Exhibit A.
Give me a minute, all right?
If we give you a minute, are you going to do the exercise?
I will do it. Just... Fuck, man.
Okay. Like I said, I just don't like us standing here in the road, man.
I don't either, but you know what? My kids are my life.
I got you.
No, you don't. Do you got kids? Exactly. Do you have kids?
No.
Exactly. So you don't know what it's like.
Do you want to do the exercises or no?
I'll do it. But you know what? What's homeboy doing down there? You know, guys, come on.
Make sure we all sit because we're inside of the water. You don't want to get hit. You don't want you to get hit. That's why we're trying to do the exercise. That way we can move on.
Are you Haitian?
That's nothing to do with my wrist.
Ooh. Fucking nerve on this guy trying to deport the cop in the middle of the DUI. I think this guy is about to make things a lot worse for himself.
My question was, are you Haitian?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where he's from. Okay. Look, man.
Really, you know what? Let's talk about that for a moment, because that really says all you need to know. I'll just say it. The inherent racism of that question. Now, if you're on this guy's side, if you are also watching this of a right-wing persuasion, then perhaps you don't see the... or perhaps you're ignoring the dog whistle in that question. You just get the sense that Scott, the drunk guy, is just a moment away, just a fraction of a moment away from saying something really hideous to this guy. The mask has just slipped a little bit, you know? And it's just very revealing. Like the guy, when Scott, the first thing he said was, "Your colonel doesn't mean shit to me." Trying to push him around and assert his authority that way. And now he's kind of, the implication is he's lashing out about this guy's ethnicity, trying to assert authority that way. Like, I'd be happy if Scott turned his life around. I want a good outcome for all people struggling like this, obviously, regardless of politics. But I just have a sense that what he just said to that guy says a lot about his character. even sober, I imagine he makes these kind of judgments. And that's not the kind of person you want in law enforcement. You want the best people in law enforcement. You want law enforcement to attract the best people, and Scott is not that.
Really need you to do the exercise. If you don't do it, then I'm going to say that you're refusing to do the exercise. I get it. You need a minute. I gave you a few minutes, okay? But
Let me talk to your supervisor.
not right now, sir.
Yeah.
That's not how this works. You can talk to him at...
It is how it works because you guys are local.
Okay, that's not a statute or a law or a policy or anything that we have.
The cop just said, that's not even a thing.
Okay, so again, put your left foot on the line, and then put your right foot in front, touching heel to toe, and your arms straight down by your side. Okay, you may begin.
So how do you think he's doing? Okay, awesome. So That was honestly one of the worst I've ever seen. He's more hammered than I thought he was. It's unforgivable that you would get in a car in that state. At the very start of the video, the very first things he said were kind of passable. All right, it was kind of incomprehensible. He didn't seem that drunk in the first couple of minutes. But after like that walk, he's really hammered. And you gotta wonder, how can someone say that their kids are their life and then take a risk like driving them in this condition? And all the other motorists on that bridge, that kind of sketchy looking bridge as well. Yeah, it's just too much to forgive.
come over here just so we're not in the road anymore. Scott, can you walk over to me, please? Do you want to do the one leg stand exercise?
Why are you fucking me, man?
Awesome, thank you so much, Scott. So if you can, just put your feet together with your heels touching. Okay, and now put your arms straight down by your side. So when I tell you to, I'm going to tell you to raise one foot. You can choose the right or the left. You're going to raise it approximately 6 inches off the ground. You're going to keep your foot parallel to the ground, and you're going to look at the elevated foot while you count out loud in the following manner. 1001, 1002. I'm going to tell you to begin, and you're going to choose either your left foot or your right foot. So when I say begin, if you want to pick up your left foot, you're going to pick it up about 6 inches off the ground.
Scott looking at that boat, wondering if he can make it if he jumps. Jump into that boat, be free.
Again, keeping your foot parallel to the ground while you keep your eyes on the elevated foot. Do you understand all the instructions, Scott?
Yeah.
Okay, you may begin.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Guys, what the fuck are we doing right now?
So do you think he passed?
Seriously.
Okay, Scott, can you be honest with me? How much did you drink today? Or is it water?
I have not drank in several weeks.
You don't drink alcohol?
I have not drank alcohol in several... Guys, don't fuck me.
Do you take any depressants?
So that's interesting. I think I'm what I said earlier about him perhaps not looking like he was drinking on drinks might be true. I think what he just said, he hasn't had much alcohol, or like hasn't had any alcohol for several weeks. He might be telling the truth about that. And that's revealing in itself, because it means, I think, that he probably knows he's got a problem. It's not that he just casually just hasn't happened to have a drink. I think it's very extrapolating out and speculating. I think that alcohol was a big part of the divorce, and he has already recognized that he might be an alcoholic and is having intermittent stints of sobriety. That would be my read. If he's telling the truth about that he hasn't really been drinking for several weeks, it probably means that he's already aware that he might be an alcoholic.
I take medication because I'm a war vet.
What type of medication do you take?
I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Okay. Does it say not to drive a vehicle when you're
No, don't do this.
But I really need to know what you drank, where you drank at. Was it a bar or a restaurant?
No,
or?
it's Oceanside. What the fuck is it called?
It's all right, Scott. What did you do there?
I had 3 drinks.
Okay. What did you get?
I don't know. The bartender made it up.
Was it like a cocktail, like a mixed drink, or a
Yeah,
beer?
it was a cocktail. Come on, guys.
Like whiskey, vodka, tequila, rum, gin?
I don't know.
Okay. You don't know if it was like...
And I have not drank in weeks.
Did you eat anything today?
Yeah.
What'd you eat?
I made the boys pancakes.
This morning?
Dinosaur pancakes. And what else do we have?
He mentioned dinosaur pancakes. He made that clarification because he thinks he's a good dad, doesn't he?
Okay. All right, Scott, I need you to come back here with me, please. I'm not going to do this in front of your kids, man, but you got to come with me. Come on. I'm not going to do it. Now you can put your hands behind your back. If you're going to pull away, then I'll do it in front of your kids. Okay. Don't squeeze my hand. Let go.
I'm not doing shit. Guys, I am law enforcement.
Okay. I was gonna do this away from your kids, man, but you're gonna pull away from me, then I'll do it in front
I'm
of
not
them.
pulling away. I'm not fucking moving.
Just relax, man.
Fucking kidding me right now.
There is something satisfying about an ICE agent getting arrested by a Haitian cop, if this guy is even Haitian.
Copy a welfare check 6810 Front Street.
You have anything in your pocket gonna put mistake me anything like that?
Nope. Has been passed out a few times. Has previously passed out at the playground. It's going to be a reference to a white female with tattoos.
Well, sir, I'm doing my job today.
RT advised to
Go back and go on the left side.
Guys, Lane, why are you doing this?
It's clear to the right.
Yeah.
So, Scott, unfortunately, right now you are under arrest for driving under the influence. Okay,
Lane!
Scott, I believe you're impaired.
Guys, don't do this.
I believe you're too impaired to operate a motor vehicle safely, Scott.
I didn't notice this before. He's wearing a brewing company T-shirt. The topographical top shirt that he's wearing is from a brewery. Well, here's a nice top. I'll give it that much, but not a great advertisement for that particular company.
One in custody, signal one.
I do not have anything.
We're gonna go to the passenger side over here.
Lane, why are you doing it? What about my kids?
We're gonna have to figure that out next.
Damn it, Lane.
Do you have any shield back there?
Guys, please, I am going through a divorce. Don't do this to me.
Scott, are you able to fit in there?
He keeps mentioning that divorce as if it's some kind of defense. Going through a divorce is not carte blanche to believe that the laws don't apply to you. I think he's trying to say it just to curry favor with the other cops, because divorce is such a prominent problem for law enforcement people that he's hoping he can relate, the other cop will relate to him. And I think that speaks to the typical personality of both an ICE agent and a cop, that the laws that apply to everybody else don't apply to them. And that attitude seeps out sometimes in a case like this, or whenever a cop is getting busted for a DUI, and hoping that they can leverage their status as a law enforcement officer in order to earn some kind of leniency, or to just be let go. But yeah, let's continue.
Lane. Look, man. We wear the same shit. Lane, just talk to me for a minute, all right?
I guess, man, but I really need you to go
I
to the back
get
of the
it.
car, please.
I get it. Please look at this thing, man. Go through a fucking divorce because... Lane, come on, man. This is gonna fuck me, dude. Please don't do this to me.
I got arrested for DUI 2 years ago.
I get it. But do you have kids?
Own up to your mistakes, man. You're a grown adult. I cried my ass off too. Own up to it. You're gonna sit in jail tonight. It's gonna suck.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You're gonna
Lane!
It's gonna suck, man. It sucked for me. It's gonna suck for you too. It is what it is. Be a man. Suck it up. That's what everyone tells us. I know.
Credit to Lane there. That is good advice, and honest, I think.
I get it. Whatever. If you're a cop, whatever.
Yeah, I'm a fucking law enforcement,
Okay,
dude.
then stop talking and sit in the back of the car and stop. Stop
No.
this.
Let's go.
Stop this.
What about my kids?
We're gonna take care of it.
No,
But
I'm
first
not going in there. Let me talk to your supervisor.
Again, you can talk to him in a second.
Nope. Not going in there without my supervisor.
Okay, let's go to the other side. Come here. Come on, man. Don't pull against me. Let's go over
I'm
here.
not moving. Bro, don't fucking do this.
Let's go.
Lane.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Hey, come on, buddy. We're not doing this. Come on. Let's go.
So you guys are fucking shut
Come on. Put your feet in.
Stand up.
Stand up. Come on.
Stand up. Put your feet in, man.
No.
Man,
Put
don't
your
be a
feet in.
kid. Come on.
Stop.
Where are my
Just relax.
kids?
Stand up. Put your feet in.
What?
Put your feet in. Put your feet in.
You don't want to make this worse already.
Come on. Come on, man. Let's go.
You gotta sit in the car,
You're
man.
going to jail for DUI, which is a misdemeanor. If you don't cooperate, you go to jail for resisting. It only makes it worse.
Good advice too from the other cop. It's a misdemeanor right now. Don't make it a felony.
Put your feet in, buddy.
All right, your kids will be fine. This will pass.
Listen to me.
No, sir, not on the side of the road.
Come on. Let's go, man.
We gotta sit down, Scott.
God
Please.
damn you guys.
Thank you.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Lane, you really fucked me, man.
I didn't fuck you, man. I'm not the one that drank today and drove. What are you doing, man?
Don't fuck with my kids, man.
I'm not messing with your kids.
Lane.
They're gonna go with their mother for tonight.
The fact that the mother is coming to pick them up, that was the worst news for Scott. His reaction to that just goes to show that he didn't really care. I mean, I'm sure that he cares about his kids' welfare, and obviously. But what really matters to him is that his ex-wife now knows the situation and has to intervene. That's really what matters to him. He wouldn't have cared. He would have got out of jail and never told her if she hadn't been called to come and collect them. And that is why, for the first time in this video, during the whole arrest, that is why it's the first time he's shown any contrition, by just finally putting his head forward and acknowledging the mess that he's made for himself. It's because that's really what mattered to him.
They're just gonna go sit at the station. Their mom's driving down to pick them up.
God damn it.
Look, I guess you're mad, man, but don't take it out on me.
I ain't taking shit out on you, Lane.
Well, you told me a few times you hate me and to go fuck myself.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Look, man, I'm not trying to be hard on you. I'm not trying to be a dick to you. You said it when I first pulled you over. I'm just doing my job. This pays the bills. This is my job.
Okay, so there we have it. Scott's very, very bad day. Let's regroup slightly for a moment. One of the things I want to mention first is something I kind of scattered in my commentary through that video a moment ago, is cop culture, law enforcement culture, specifically ICE, which both attracts and breeds characters like Scott. That is to say, people who who have the training, who have the confidence and the fitness, and also the trauma required to do a job like they do. American cops and ICE agents are of a type, and that is like hyper-masculine, but also kind of slightly damaged individuals who often retreat into alcohol. It's just not uncommon. In Scott's case, just cut adrift after his medical discharge. That is, of course, assuming that he's telling the truth, because stolen valor is a thing. These are people who are damaged to begin with, in one way or another. The US support system, I've seen worse. When I was in Kazakhstan, all of the kind of old soaks, the old alcoholics who would roam the streets at night, all missing teeth and covered in tattoos, they're the same people as Scott, just in different circumstances, where the Russian military or the Chechen military or whatever it is kind of just spat them out onto the street. So at least there is some kind of roadmap for American veterans. But it's a very tragic one, and Scott's story is far from unique. It's not even unusual. There's a lot of unaddressed trauma and poor life skills. For example, if you are kind of almost press ganged into the Marines when you're 17 or something like that, that is your life until you're chucked out. That's where all of your life skills are. And then suddenly, if you're medically discharged, you're just back in civilian life, and it's extremely difficult to adjust. It's a bit like being released from prison, that you don't have like administrative skills, you don't have like Microsoft Office skills, all the things that we all take for granted. People like Scott don't have them. And they also tend to be full of anger and resentment. They feel like they're let down, like alienated, like no one understands them. And that's where alcoholics and people like Scott meet, because that's also how a lot of alcoholics feel. And it's no surprise then that people in Scott's position succumb to alcoholism very regularly. Doing the work of an ICE agent is a terrible job. That organization, it sounds so stupid to say, but America is a country of immigrants. And now, only 250 years after the creation of an America, the immigrants who immigrated already no longer want immigrants to immigrate. It doesn't make any sense to me. And yet you have this heavily militarized force intent on keeping them all out. It's pretty awful. Very traumatic on both ends of it. Look, I was ready in this video. Before I saw about 3 minutes of it, and I was like, I'm going to tear this guy apart. But quite quickly, I found myself not sympathizing with Scott. He deserves no sympathy. Except as much as we have to understand that this problem is bigger than Scott. It's not Scott's problem alone. It is a problem of institutions. It is a problem of institutions and mental health and systematic oppression and cultural trauma, and the way that men, particularly American men, are never ever taught to handle their negative emotions in a healthy way. That's why Scott there has been pulled over on this beautiful bridge and seen his life collapse around him. All it would have taken is a decent therapist. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, or even if you didn't, leave a reply, leave a comment, and let me know why you did or didn't enjoy it. If you would like to see more of this content or more of my sobriety content in general, then do subscribe. And if you want to actively participate in the channel, then head over to the Patreon. The link is in the description for that. Thank you for watching. And as always, good luck out there.